Well, hello there. There's a lot of talk on the social media streets about the soft life, so I thought I'd share with you what my soft life looks like. I am Teresa of Journey of Teresa. I am a Black woman over the age of 50 who is designing the life that I choose to live, centered around peace and joy. So let's talk about the soft life. I did a few Googles and came up with about 3 explanations of what that term soft life may refer to. So I'm going to share those 3 with you and then talk about, what my soft life looks like. The first explanation or definition, it says, soft life refers to a lifestyle of comfort and relaxation with minimal challenges or stress. The second says, some people use this term, soft life, in reference to a life that involves and is a product of wealth and luxury. And the third description says, some interpret the soft life as simply being a simplified life unbothered from stress and responsibilities. So that's what I found on the Googles. So let's talk about my soft life. I have my life set up in about 5 pillars. So I have physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual is a pillar by itself. Financial, relational, personal development, and then I have professional development. So that's 6 pillars. And in my professional development, it's broken up between my 9 to 5 and then my personal business as well. So my life reflects around these pillars. So when I am thinking about, or when I started considering soft life for me, I looked at it through the lens of how I live through these 6 pillars. And so when I looked at soft life, and I start with, okay, let me look at my physical life. And for me, in that physical pillar, that's how I treat myself physically. So my nutrition, moving my body, things like that. Am I eating 80% of the time in a manner that's nutritious for my body? Am I moving it? And I evaluate these components, often. And for me, soft life in this pillar of physical health is basically putting myself first. All of these pillars revolve around self-care, self-love, taking care of me first. And so I think what I realized to sum up all my pillars is soft life is taking care of me. And taking care of me revolves around going through these pillars of life that I've created to ensure that, I don't want to say balanced, but just to evaluate where I am on those pillars. Because although I choose a life of peace and ease, that doesn't mean that there are no challenges, that I don't go through difficulties, tribulations, trials, all of that. We're human. We all go through those. So when I look at that first definition or that first explanation that said the soft life refers to a lifestyle of comfort and relaxation with minimal challenges or stress, the way I see that is there will be challenges. I'm not going to say minimal because I don't know. Life be lifing. However, when those challenges come, how do I respond to them? How have I equipped my life? Have I had enough sleep? Am I getting enough rest? Am I eating correctly? Am I moving my body? Because I know that when I don't do those things, when those challenges come, when whatever they may look like in my daily life, personal, professional, whatever that is, in that relational pillar, in my emotional, mental, spiritual pillar, when I haven't done what I need to do physically, it's going to impact the other areas of my life, those other pillars. So soft life for me, overall, it's self-awareness. It's being aware of where I am, what do I need to do, how am I allowing external, sometimes internal factors to have an impact on how I respond just to life. So when I look at my pillar of emotional, spiritual, and mental, am I doing the things that I know that I need, that I have become aware of just through development and being aware that I need to do. And that fluctuates. I have a list of things, and not maybe a list, but there are some components of my life that I know that I need for my overall mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. I know that I need my devotion, my affirmations, and my morning meditation, stretching, and all of that. When I am off, which I monitor based on how I react to challenges. I come back and take a look. Okay, Teresa, where are you at? Girl, you haven't read your devotions for 2 or 3 days. You haven't been seeing your affirmations, or you're watching or listening to things that are not putting in positivity in you. So just monitoring what I'm allowing to seep into me. That's what my soft life is. It is self-awareness of what I need so that I can live this life of peace and joy. When I look at my pillar of my financial pillar, girl, are you actually looking at your expenses? Because I find that I can get on a roll. I'm doing everything I need to do. I have my budget, my categories, and I'm good. I check it on my Financial Fridays and going through. But sometimes I don't go through those receipts. I don't look at my accounts. I get off track based on what's going on, life be lifing. How I respond impacts me, which again, that is my soft life, how I choose to live. And so when I'm off balance, the self-awareness, that's my soft life. One of the definitions refer to soft life as, wealth and luxury. And again, those are terms that you need to define for yourself. Don't let these internet streets be out here defining terms for you, because wealth and luxury, soft life, those all mean different things. They don't have to be tangible. Luxury does not have to mean that you go out and continuously spend an exorbitant amount of money on designer things that may be living above your means. However, it can mean that for you as well, that you have financially prepared, budgeted, made arrangements in your financial life, soft life, luxury. But it's all about what you need, what you desire, how you choose to live. And I think that's what the soft life is all about. It is your choice. And so for me, my choice of peace and ease, how I have designed and am designing mean it's continuous. I'm not going to get to a finish line. It's like, I got peace and joy, I'm here. No, it's continuous. You know why? Because challenges are coming. Life be lifing. Things happen. Life is messy. Life can be messy and you still choose peace and joy because of that awareness that I choose to live by and monitor and adjust as life goes on. So for me, that is soft life, the peace and joy. And I went through a few of my pillars. I'll just touch the others briefly. So relational. What are my relationships like? Who am I allowing in my circle? Everyone does not deserve a front seat in your life. Boundaries. That's another part of my peace and ease. That's a whole nother video. We talk about boundaries and what that looks like. So my next pillar would be like personal development. So that's soft life for me is, what do I want to do? In personal development, I have basically hobbies, or what is it that I want to do to improve me? What does that look like? This year I have learning to sew. I've always wanted to learn to sew. Have I worked on that yet? I think about it often. I haven't done it yet. But I love to read. So this year for my soft life, I said I want to get back into kind of reading more fiction, because I read mostly nonfiction, things that are developmentally for spiritual, personal work, whatever that looks like. That's what I enjoy, but I've decided to put a little more fiction into my reading. Soft life, doing what brings me joy in my personal development. And that last pillar is professional development, meaning my work life, my business life. So that work life, that's 9 to 5, I really need that emotional, mental, spiritual pillar to ground me in the morning, daily, so that I can set my intention for the day. That sets me up for my 9 to 5 when I'm interacting with clients and colleagues. There are days when it's just like crazy. And I'm like, what's going on? I haven't created that intentional grounding that I really need to set myself up to receive the challenges during the day. So again, for me, I'll wrap this up. For me, the soft life is a self-awareness of what it is that I need to be successful throughout the days in creating my life of peace and joy. And really, that self-awareness and all those components and all my pillars, that foundation is self-care. What is it I need? For me, self-care is caring for me. And that's in all those areas: physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, personal development, professional development, all of them. So soft life is my self-awareness of how I respond to the day, to life. So I ask you, what does soft life mean to you? Not what the internets say, but what does it mean to you? Drop that in the comments. Also, if you have found any value, please subscribe, like, and share. Thank you so much. See you next time. Okay. Maybe